is now my pleasure to welcome Packers Director of Public Affairs, Aaron Popke.
Thank you. Good morning, Kelly. Appreciate that. So as mentioned, we're appreciative of everyone's time to be here today, and we're excited to be kicking off the 8th year of Packers versus Cancer, this campaign, and it's great to be able to be here at Bellin Health Cancer Team to do so. We've been pleased with how this campaign has made an impact over the years, and after raising awareness for breast cancer since 2009, along with the NFL, we launched Packers versus Cancer back in 2017 to focus on all forms of cancer and show support to those who've been affected. We're glad to be working again with our healthcare partner, Bellin Health, on this initiative. Bellin Health knows firsthand how cancer impacts people and families in our community. We're thankful to have their support in this program, and we're proud to be highlighting one of their cancer treatment facilities with today's announcement. While we typically recognize Packers versus Cancer through the month of October, we're getting an early start this year. Bellin Health will be sponsoring our game this Sunday, Packers versus Cancer game, against the Minnesota Vikings. We'll be honoring cancer survivors during the game and through a variety of game day entertainment pieces. We're also excited for our players to pay some special visits to patients in the hospital, starting with today's visit here at Bellin Health Cancer Team. Offensive lineman Elton Jenkins is here, along with cornerback Jair Alexander. Elton, Jair. They're going to tour the facility and greet some of the patients. And we're also fortunate to have Elton here today to share some of his family's experiences with cancer. We always appreciate hearing from our players on these topics, since so many of our fans have had similar experiences, either fighting cancer themselves or supporting loved ones who've had the disease. Another critical component of Packers versus Cancer is raising funds for research and cancer care. We're proud to be raising funds to benefit the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation, fittingly named after Packers' legendary coach. The foundation funds advancements in cancer research and compassionate care. We're raising funds in a number of ways, and we're inviting all our fans to take part. We're proud to introduce a new Packers versus Cancer hat, which is available now in the Pro Shop. It's a green New Era knit hat with the Packers versus Cancer logo embroidered on the side. And it's not here today or this week, but cold weather is around the corner. So we hope fans will wear it proudly and support the fight against cancer. And as in past years, this year, $5 from each hat sold in the Packers Pro Shop, both in the store and online, will be donated directly to the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. For fans who want to contribute directly to the effort, they can shop at the Pro Shop now through the month of October and choose to add $1 or more to every purchase. Their donations will benefit the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation, and the Packers are proud to be matching up to $10,000 of those donations. Also this year, we'll have our annual Packers versus Cancer high school football game this Friday at West De Pere as they faced De Pere. That's Friday night, September 27th, and several of our players will be there. We encourage all football fans to come out and join us at the game to certainly enjoy some high school football and be a part of Packers versus Cancer. And if you're not able to watch the game in person, you can join the fun from afar by watching the game on TV 32 WACY. Thanks again to Chris Waleski and Bellin Health and the entire staff. And we've got Anne-Marie Moss with the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation here today. Thank her and her team for the support of the initiative. Thanks to Kathy Dworak and our community outreach staff who work every year, work hard to help those affected by cancer. And thank you to Craig Benzel and everyone on our sales team. Several of them are here today for their work on the campaign. And from our retail team at the Packers Pro Shop, Gabrielle Dow and Krista Jorgensen. And they work on creating the hat each year. And I know we've got some hats here that we can show you at the end of the announcement and see that new knit hat. So we're hoping to see a lot of people showing their support for those affected by cancer and proudly wearing their Packers versus Cancer hats at Sunday's game and throughout October. Thanks again for the opportunity to be here and be a part of this, and thanks to Bellin Health for supporting the initiative. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Aaron. We really appreciate the continued partnership, and we appreciate you all being here today. So next, it is my pleasure to introduce a member of our Bellin Health team who is passionate about preventing cancer, screening early, and keeping as many people as possible out of her operating room. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Jennifer Foster.
Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me to today's event, Kelly, and thank you truly to the Green Bay Packers. Your recognition of this cause helps me raise funds for my patients and actually get my patients into the screening and the care that they need. So truly thank you to the Green Bay Packers. So my specialty, as Kelly mentioned, involves treating many types of cancer, including breast, skin, colon, and thyroid cancers. This means I work with a lot of cancer patients, and I've seen firsthand the value of screening and prevention. Because like Kelly said, my goal is to keep you out of my operating room. I'm here to tell you a couple ways that we can do to help that happen. First is understanding your risk. Second is reducing the risk through healthy living. And third is getting appropriate cancer screening when the time is right. So let's start off with that first thing. It's critical to know your risk. We're here with our partners at the Green Bay Packers, making this the perfect place to talk about having the right team and the right coach. In my team, the right coach is the primary care providers. They're here to make sure you're getting the right screenings at the right time, given your age and other consideration and risk factors. This primary care provider is supported by a care team that is in your corner, ensuring you live the healthiest life and reduce your risk. If you have a primary care provider, please make sure you schedule and keep up your annual appointments. If you don't have one, we're happy to help here at Bellin. Second, we can't change some cancer risk factors, but there are ways to reduce your risk. Hear me out. 45% of all U.S. cancer deaths in 2023 had attributable risk factors. What are those risk factors? Smoking, secondhand smoke exposure, unhealthy diet, physical inactivity and excess body weight, alcohol intake, UV radiation and exposure, and cancer-associated infections. If we could modify those risk factors, we'd had 45% less cancers last year. Changing lifestyles can be overwhelming, but your primary care doctor can help with that as well. And third, quite simply, I want to point out screenings. Screenings save lives. We know during COVID-19 we really lost traction on some of our cancer screenings, and we're noticing the effects of that now. We are noticing cancers coming in after COVID-19 at a later stage, less treatable. So we really want to use this as a reminder to get those annual screenings as recommended. So what do we have screenings for? We don't have them for all cancers, but we certainly have them for breast cancer, skin cancer, lung cancer, cervical cancer, and finally colorectal cancer. There's a lot I could talk about, but they limited me to 5 minutes. So, I'm going to get the flashing light here soon, I see it. So let me talk very briefly about colorectal cancer screening. Many of you know, I'm sure everyone in this room knows, that a few years ago we changed the recommended screening age for colonoscopy to 45. Everyone knows that. 45 is the new 50, I get it. So this was made because what we're finding through colonoscopies is that we can, one, find cancers at an earlier, more treatable stage. That means sometimes if you have a colon cancer, all you need is a surgery. You don't need other therapies. But what else about colorectal cancer screening through colonoscopy is they can remove polyps. Polyps can become cancer. So through a colonoscopy, you can have polyps removed, which prohibits or prevents you from getting cancer in the future. So please, 45 is the new 50, consider getting your colonoscopy. I see some looks, I know colonoscopy, there's a bad rap out there, the PrEP, all that stuff. We got new stuff out there. The PrEP can be pills, can be really tolerable, but it really can prevent you from getting one of those types of cancer. So finally, know your risk. Take steps to living a healthier life. I mean, watch these Packer guys play out there. I mean, that's some activity, man. Good work, guys. Your primary care provider and care team can get you the right screenings and get you onto a healthier lifestyle. We can reduce our risk. We can catch cancer early, we can improve treatment outcomes, and we can look forward to a healthier tomorrow. Thank you for being here today, and especially to the Green Bay Packer Foundation and the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. We're raising awareness together and funds to fight this terrible disease. We're in this together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Foster, and we just appreciate you and everything you do for our patients day in and day out, and we certainly appreciate you being here today. Up next, it is my pleasure to introduce another partner, such a valued partner in this initiative, and I'm pleased to welcome from the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation, Executive Director Anne-Marie Moss. Anne-Marie.
Well, thank you so much, Kelly, the Bellin team, the Green Bay Packers for having us here today. Good morning. My name is Anne-Marie Moss, the Executive Director for the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. It's a pleasure to help kick off this 8th year of Packers versus Cancer. The Packers and Bellin Health are valued partners in our mission to prevent cancer, provide the best care possible to patients, and ultimately find a cure. We just heard from Dr. Foster highlighting the importance of screening and how that can make such a difference in effectively treating and beating colorectal cancer. So 53 years ago, the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation was founded upon the passing of legendary coach Vince Lombardi. He died tragically at the age of 57, just 10 weeks after a diagnosis of colon cancer. Imagine what these screening efforts could have meant for Vince Lombardi and our legendary team. In his honor, a group of community and business leaders came together to help raise funds to support patient care and be sure that patients here in Wisconsin had access to the best treatment possible. And then our foundation was born. Since then, over $25 million has been raised to support cancer patients, prevention programs, and research for innovative treatments on the path to a cure. In recent years, and with the proceeds of the Packers versus Cancer campaign and other donations, the foundation has provided grants to life-saving programs, such as a mobile mammography unit that provides screenings to underserved populations, such as to an exercise rehabilitation program for current and recent patients here in Wisconsin on their journey towards a cure, and also to grants supporting research for treatments and improved diagnoses for pediatric brain cancer. Now, the Packers Nation is a big-hearted one, and fans can support the Pack and our important work by purchasing those unique hats that we heard Aaron talk about earlier at the Packer Pro Shop, both in person and online. They can also donate $1 or more to the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. We're so grateful for the generosity of the Packers in matching some of those funds. And we're so excited to kick off the campaign in person this Sunday against the Vikings. Go Pack! And as we've heard, it truly is a team effort. So coming together today, having valued partnerships with Bellin Health and the Green Bay Packers really makes such a difference. We're grateful for their strong partnership, and we're grateful to the many fans out there that support this critical work through their purchases, through the campaign, and through raising awareness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne-Marie, and we're just so grateful to you, to the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation, for all you do for this partnership and then the fight against cancer. So we have one spokesperson left. This is an exciting one. Every year we are pleased to welcome a Packer player to share a bit about their experience and the ways in which their life has been touched by cancer. And this year we are pleased to welcome Packers left guard, Elton Jenkins. Elton, thank you so much.
Hey, everybody doing today? Y'all good? Happy to be here. I'm happy to be here today helping kick off the Packer versus Cancer campaign. Many of us, including me, I've had people in our lives impacted by cancer. Got 3 aunties, 2 that's no longer here with us today, who was impacted by breast cancer and 1 by stomach cancer, and I have an auntie today dealing with breast cancer. So the continued fight against cancer is very important to me. Last season through the NFL My Cause, My Cleat initiative, I represented the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, raising awareness and funds for the fight against breast cancer. It's important to me to use my platform to shed light on the work people are doing to help prevent and find a cure for this devastating disease. Today, we recognize the Packers, Bellin Health, and Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation commitment to a similar mission to raise awareness and raise funds for cancer treatment and care through the annual Packer versus Cancer campaign. I encourage fans to join me in getting involved in Packer versus Cancer, buy the hat, donate to the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation, and most importantly, get screened regularly for cancer. Early screening and detection can save lives. Thank you. Early screening and detection can save lives. Thank you. Like I said, I got people in my family, who has been affected by this, and cancer and just being able to get treatment and the care that you need can benefit us, in a long way and impacting lives.
Thank you, Elton, for being willing to share your story here today. It really does make a difference. So this concludes our formal remarks. However, we are excited to offer a limited media tour kicking off in just a few minutes. Elton and Jair Alexander, who I see somewhere in the back, will be visiting our patients. They'll be handing out those great new Packers versus Cancer caps and just visiting and bringing a little cheer to the individuals who are treating here today. In the meantime, if there are any questions for any of our speakers, either here at the podium or we're happy to do some one-on-ones, we will entertain those now. All right. Well, again, we're happy to offer those one-on-one interviews in just a moment here, and we'll kick off in about 5 minutes with our player tour.